So I'm just going to give you my take on how I learn a tune, what I think about when I improvise, and my basic approach to improvisation. So I like playing acoustically. I don't like what a microphone does, so if you can't hear me in the back, just let me know, and I'll get more into the mic. So I'll play a few bars of the tune I was just playing, All the Things You Are. This is my approach to learning tunes. First of all, you learn the melody of the tune. Play through the tune. Learn 4 bars at a time. But continue to go back to the beginning and review the 4 bars that you just learned. So you keep going back until you really know the melody of the tune, the way the composer wrote it. The other thing to do is to really know the chord changes to the tune. And I like playing the chords from the root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. Every chord that goes by. Okay, I'm not gonna do that for the whole tune, and then come down. So forth, until you really know the chords. Then, after you really know the chords, play, after you really know them, play what you hear. We have a tendency to think too much about chord progressions. And it's kind of like writing your name for the first time as a kid. You're thinking about each individual letter, or driving the car. You're thinking about each step you take. Well, if your mind is thinking about all the chords that are going by and what notes are in the chords, you're going to stifle the creative part that wants to come out of you. So, Bird said this. He said, first of all, you master your instrument, all the technicalities of the instrument. Then you learn the theory. And then you get on the bandstand, and after you really know that, you forget about that. Many times, I'll have somebody come for a lesson, and they really know their chords, they have good technique on the saxophone, but they're not playing anything that I think they're really hearing. So what I have them do is scat. We'll play, it could be a blues, it could be a standard tune. Play the melody, then scat a chorus. And then play a chorus. Then scat 4, and then trade 4. And you'll be amazed on how much they're playing that is extraneous, you know, when they're playing the saxophone. But when they're singing, it's just making much more melodic and musical sense. So I'm going to play the first 4 bars of this tune again, and I'm going to think about every chord that's going by. Oh, by the way, the first 4 bars in alto is an F tonality. I tend to think in terms of tonalities rather than chord to chord to chord. The other thing is, when you're improvising, you're like a composer, or you're doing it spontaneously. So you start with a motif, and then you think of developing that motif. So, theme and variations, thinking composition. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. It's remembering what you just played on the first bar and expounding on that. Now I'm going to play what I just played, and every bar is going to be unrelated to the bar preceding it. All the notes are going to work, but it's going to be totally disjunct. Okay, all the notes were right, but it didn't make any